Hey, you don't look so good. When was the last time you took a break?
A couple hours ago.
What are you trying to prove? Here, cool down. Have a seat in the shade.
I wanted to finish trimming along the path before I took a break.
You don't need to be a hero around here. You're no good to me if you're in a hospital. Here, put this around your neck.
I'm fine. It just got a little too hot, that's all.
Getting a little too hot means you're suffering from heat stress, and that shouldn't be taken lightly. Heat stress, when it goes too far, can kill you. If you're not careful, heat stress can sneak up on you. That's why you need to watch out for the first signs and do something about them right away. One of the most important things you can do when it comes to heat stress is to take two for safety. Take two means taking 2 minutes to think through a job. And when it comes to working in the heat, taking two can make the difference between going home healthy or going to the hospital because of heat stress. Just what is heat stress? Basically, it's when your body's cooling system can't keep up with factors outside it, like heat and humidity. There are different levels of heat stress, but be aware that they don't have to go from one level to the next. Heat stress can skip levels, and skip them fast. Milder forms of heat stress include heat rash and heat cramps. A heat rash usually shows up in areas where clothing traps sweat on your skin. Most of the time, the rash will go away when the area is washed and cooled. Heat cramps are muscle spasms in your arms, legs, or stomach. You usually get them sometime after doing hard work in hot conditions. They're caused by an imbalance in your body of water and minerals, such as sodium and potassium. Drinking sports drinks or eating a banana can often help heat cramps. The more serious forms of heat stress are heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Heat exhaustion results from a combination of being overheated and not drinking enough to replace the water and minerals that have been sweated out. Some of the symptoms of heat exhaustion are heavy sweating, headache, intense thirst, nausea, dizziness or fainting, and being cranky. Just having one of these symptoms means you should cool down and take small, slow sips of water or sports drink. If you've suffered from heat exhaustion, you should be checked by a medical professional. You should also avoid doing physical work for at least a day. Treating heat exhaustion right away is very important. If you don't, it could turn into heat stroke, a deadly form of heat stress. Heat stroke occurs when a person's body has used up its supply of water and salt, and the body temperature rises to harmful levels. When someone is suffering from heat stroke, he has usually stopped sweating, has a body temperature of 103 or higher, has difficulty breathing, and has very hot, dry skin. Other symptoms look a lot like heat exhaustion, but are more severe. Advanced symptoms of heat stroke include seizures, loss of consciousness, and body temperature over 108 degrees. If someone is suffering from heat stroke, get medical help fast. You must lower his body temperature as quickly as possible in any way possible. We've talked a little about how to treat heat stress, but what can we do to prevent it in the first place? We can take two. First, you can plan to drink fluids regularly. Don't just wait until you're thirsty, since you're often already dehydrated by then. Make a habit of drinking a cup, which is 8 ounces, every 20 minutes. Water and sports drinks are best. Stay away from caffeine and alcohol. Next, you can plan to take regular breaks to get out of the heat and cool down. You can plan to do physically demanding tasks during the cooler parts of the day. You can create a plan to rotate heavy work among coworkers. You can dress for the conditions. Wear loose-fitting, light-colored clothing. And don't forget sunscreen, since a sunburn makes it harder for your body to cool itself. If you are new to working in the heat, you can plan to take your time, if possible, getting used to the conditions slowly over a week. You should know that you don't have to be doing physically demanding work under the hot sun to experience heat stress. You can even be inside a cool building and have it happen. Remember, everyone tolerates conditions differently, so pay attention to how you feel. If you don't feel right, don't wait to feel worse. Cool down immediately. Let's go back to Leo and see how taking two could have helped him prevent heat stress. Take two. Think, ask, know, execute. T is for think. For Leo, this means thinking through the tasks he'll be doing and the conditions he'll be working in. If Leo had taken 2, he would have planned to take breaks to cool down and drink water throughout the day. A is for ask. If Leo had questions about what he was scheduled to do that day or the conditions he'd be working in, he could have asked Angela, his crew leader. This information could help him better prepare for the day ahead. K is for know. Know the equipment needed and the proper procedures for doing the job. In Leo's case, he knows he needs to wear the correct PPE when operating a trimmer. This information could help guide Leo to schedule that task for a cooler part of the day. E is for execute. After Leo takes 2, he's ready to execute his task safely. Taking 2 minutes to think through a job helps you plan ahead, which includes planning how to prevent heat stress. Because what Angela said is true.
Well, you don't need to be a hero around here. You're no good to me if you're in the hospital.
You're no good to anyone, including yourself, if you can't function well because of heat stress. So be smart. Take 2. Think it through.